and children of all ages. Welcome to a new thing we're doing. This is This Week in Wrestling Episode 1. We're going to kick off from Monday Night Raw last night since we didn't get to record over the weekend. Then we'll do Smackdown from Friday, vice versa, AEW and TNA. This is your boy Brian with your boy Will, the real deal, the tag team champs. Here I am with the new title belt. Oh,
Other
upside
way.
down.
Yep. There we go. There we go, Sting.
Upside down. There it is.
That's a
So
nice
this,
one, man. That's that's
yeah.
that's probably that's probably my favorite one out of all of the campus legacy. Like I like I don't know, this might be a little bit to your dismay, but I like the Texas one too. But that was probably number one on my list, the Florida belt.
So
The
Monday night,
the
we kick it
Gator
off.
title.
We're gonna kick it off for our episode 1 this week in wrestling. Um, First we're gonna kick it off. Let me get my banners up for fans to see. But this will kick it off with This Week in Wrestling with Monday Night Raw. Pretty good show last night here in
It
It was
was
in Southern California, Ontario, California.
was that about 45 minutes, maybe an hour from you?
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes.
Okay.
I watched it, not live, but at 8 o'clock here last night until 11.
Hmm.
After I saw what happened on the internet with the last match.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see the main event either. I had just got home, still getting myself together from after work.
Right?
But I did watch it. I did watch it back earlier. So
Oh, okay. So Monday Night Raw kicked it off last night with Sami Zayn and Ludwig Kaiser. Had a little 12 minutes and 20-second match.
yeah,
So
decent little opener. Decent little opener. Promo at the beginning was really solid. Um, Kind of a small little swerve action. You thought that Gunther was probably getting ready to turn on Kaiser or something to that effect, or some type of disciplinary action. The next thing you know, he's jumping on old Sammy.
yeah,
It was a pretty good match. It was a pretty
yeah,
good match.
Sammy got him. We're gonna end up seeing Gunther versus Sammy, for the title
Hmm.
coming up soon, probably.
Yeah,
Maybe
probably. They might do it at Bad Blood. I don't think they're finished booking Bad Blood yet.
no, but Bad Blood's only 2 weeks away, so we need to get that going on. Um, So we need to get that going on. Let's see what's going to happen with her because right now it's with Cody Roman so far.
Hmm.
Who else we got? Anybody else booked?
Drew and
Oh yeah,
Drew
Punk in
and
the
Punk
cage.
in the cell match. Yeah,
Hell in a Cell.
And Rhea and Liv again with Dom in the shark cage. They announced that last night.
Yep. I've seen that before. They got 5 matches actually booked out right now. I was trying to look
Yes,
for
I
it.
mean, yeah. So that might be it because they're trying to go with less matches now. So
Maybe they'll throw that one in. Maybe they'll do 6 matches.
hopefully, I don't know. They'll probably do it on Raw like next week or something, or the week before to go on the go home show or
Then you got
something like
Damian and
that.
Finn Balor at Bad Blood also.
Right, right. Okay, so that's is that five or is that six?
That's 5 because you got Nia
Okay,
too
Naya and
versus Bailey
Triple.
or Naomi.
Oh yeah, they got to make that decision this week.
Yep. So 5 matches already booked for that. That's more than I thought.
Yeah, considering, like I said, considering that they're cutting back on like amount of matches they're having on the regular PLEs is that aren't big fours or fives or however many bigs they got now.
It's still a big 4. There's no big 5 because
Money in the Bank's supposed to be the fifth.
yeah, but they only have 5 matches for that one. So usually the bigger
Yeah.
ones, they'll at least have 1 or 2 more matches.
Well, going forward, I don't know. I'd say leave it at four. I'm gonna say leave it at four.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, it, they'll end up, I think, wrestling eventually for the title. I don't know when and where,
Hmm.
but yeah. Next up, we had a little LWO little wrestlers order, as you call them, the little guys.
Like,
Dragon Lee defeated Carlito in only 2 minutes and 28 seconds, a little short one.
how long are they going to continue to book these two groups against each other with with, as far as, I mean, because LWO is all mid card guys, like even Ray. I'm not about to argue about nobody with it. Ray is a mid card guy now, but like how long are they going to continue to book them against each other? Like every week is Judgment Day versus LWO, LWO versus Judgment Day, every week. But I'm glad that they sped them through. I literally blinked and forgot that match was on. Not that I would have been overly interested in it anyway, but
Right.
because like I said, they've been booking them against each other for months, and it's gone absolutely nowhere. So, like I said,
still got
glad
Ray and
they
Dom
pushed.
beefing.
Right, like when is this? How long is this? Is the storytelling going? How long is the story going to take? Like I understand long term storytelling, but how long is this going to take? Let's
Right.
wrap it up.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
Okay. Then also, they had a little backstage segment with Damage Control versus the not versus Unholy Union. It was Damage Control and Jade and Bianca.
And Bianca, yeah.
Telling them Damage Control they can't beat the Unholy Union. Then they came out, then wrestled, and they beat the Unholy Union 9 minutes and 45 seconds.
All right, there you go. Hold my beer. I mean, this one was okay. I wasn't overly thrilled because I'm kind of past Damage Control, but I get it. Like the women's tag division doesn't really have much like to work with, so um, they're gonna pretty much pass the titles around. It's looking like between these three teams. So we're kind of getting what we get with this right now. But this match was pretty decent. It was pretty solid.
No, it's gonna be end up being um, Jade and Bianca versus Damage Control for the titles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damage Control probably will get them back
They
somehow,
got to
some
do
way.
something. Yeah, they got to do something.
I'm really disappointed in how tag team wrestling is going on in general, all over, not just WWE.
Yeah, just all
I don't know, but
across the board.
I think TNA's getting it right. TNA has a good one.
They have more like actual teams. Like
Yeah.
you know, there's not
Um,
just two guys thrown together who teamed together in the past, or putting two big names together just to try to
you
make
got
something work.
the Young Bucks and AEW holding the AEW championships hostage.
Hostage, right? No
Yeah.
reason why they should still be champs.
Yeah, but I think TNA's getting it right. MLW not either because they had the two
No,
old guys, the champions. Now they have
and they don't even. Did they lose them?
no another old guy won it. Remember from Contra,
Oh, right, right.
the
The other
old guy
old. Yeah.
with the best of haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So finishing up on Monday Night Raw, you had the American Made versus the New Day, which is pretty dang good match. I thought
That
it was
was,
pretty good.
yeah, that was good. Decent little story like, as far as Woods and his situation, like with his, just pretty much just being conflicted as far as like which way to go, with
Um,
everything moving
yeah,
forward.
it, it's about to happen.
You think so?
Yeah, he's
They
not
got
wearing the
two
same gear.
separate.
He's wearing dark ring gear,
Yeah,
like
he's more he's working a more aggressive style.
Copious wearing the more bright ring gear like they used to
Hmm.
wear. He's wearing more dark ring gear. He's getting upset backstage, like when they had the LWO. He got
Yeah,
he got upset, and I just this not gonna happen unless they bring Big E back.
yeah,
Not to
I
wrestle. He
think
don't have to wrestle.
no, he just has to at least just come back, be the voice of reason,
Well,
just
because
be
what's
around.
his name ain't in WWE anymore since he got canceled with that domestic violence situation. Odyssey Jones.
Oh yeah, so there
Yeah.
was that.
So
Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see how they do this with Kofi and Woods. I mean, it's time, but like I don't want to see it, but it's time.
then our main event last night, guys. We had Jey Uso finally breaks the streak of took him 7 times. He finally won his world title. He was everybody was yeeting. That was an awesome entrance coming in.
It was.
even what's his name was eating Joe Tessitore.
Yes, he's
That's
been
what.
he's been really good
Yeah,
since he's started on Raw. I've had no complaints. Seen pretty much a seamless transition, from football for him. You can tell he's a fan. You can tell he's watched and he's paid attention to the product. But just to throw
he was
that
a
in there on
boxing
the
guy
side,
too before,
yeah, yeah.
so
But
he knows how
Joe,
to do it already.
yeah, Joe's been really good since he's started on Raw. But last night's main event was awesome. Excuse me. I mean, it gave you everything you wanted in the main event.
Yep.
You could tell that uh, just basically just by Jay's momentum the whole match. That he was up and he was going over. Um, the reasoning behind it I'm interested in right now because it's not like Brian Berg was a bad IC champ, but at the same time, you gotta put Jay over his time. His time.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with Jay's run and how long they leave it on him.
But
And
I was like looking at the dirt sheets, and Rikishi was mad because it wasn't a more built up and it wasn't on a bigger stage.
he's just
He's been crying lately a
he
lot.
has been like, dude, your sons are right where they need to be. Like when Jimmy gets back, it'll be interesting to see how he's being used. But like, what more can you ask for, man? Like Solo is main eventing. Jay has a solo title now that you won at one point in time
Yep.
in your career. Like, who cares when he won it? He won it. Like, Ron Simmons won the world title at a house show. He doesn't
Yeah.
complain about anything. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Nash won his first world title at a house show. You hear him complaining about anything?
Yeah.
Like, let's
Very
be
solid
real.
show. Very solid show. I'm
Yeah, I
glad
would
Jay
give it.
finally got his title.
Me
We'll
too.
see where it
That's
goes
what
from there.
I would definitely give it an A because of the main event.
All right. So
One hundred
we'll
percent.
transition into our next show, guys. You'll see what it is when I put it on the screen. We got SmackDown on next from Friday night. They actually had. I was looking at it. They had four dark matches.
Did they?
Yeah, they had Baron Corbin defeats Carl Anderson.
Who?
Um, women's world title match. Liv Morgan defeats Lyra.
hmm
Jay defeats Drew McIntyre.
They've been doing the house shows and the dark match circuit a lot lately. Jay
Yeah.
and Damian, Jay and Drew.
And Cody defeats Carmelo Hayes in a steel cage match.
Oh wow, I did see that somewhere.
And it looked like they tried to say he was going to turn heel,
Cody
like it was a tease or something like that afterwards.
turn heel on Carmelo Hayes, huh? Wow,
All right, so
wow.
uh, they opened up strong Friday night. We had a WWE United States title match.
hmm
LA Knight defeats Andrade for 17 minutes and 9 seconds.
That was a really good. I mean, aside from the botches, of course. I mean, any match is good aside from botches, but that real obvious one, like I feel like they recovered from it pretty decent, but yeah, like aside, like I said, man, aside from that one obvious botch, it was a pretty solid match.
Yeah, it was
Definitely a
obvious
pretty
botch,
solid match.
but besides that, yeah, it was a good match. He retains his title again. That really has kind of slowed down.
It has.
I don't know, man. They just treat the mid card titles not like they used to be.
They're afterthoughts for the most part, which is unfair to the guys that are like working for them, and now they're getting ready to introduce a mid card title for the women. Like,
But
are
people say
y'all?
that Triple H could book the main event scene, but when it comes to mid card and tag team, it's not. He's not very good at it.
Then let somebody else take care of that. Like,
Right.
you know, bring back Road Dogg if he's not
I like
already.
mid card titles,
Yeah, yeah.
or I just like mid card stuff too. Anyways, but yeah, he kills out the main event scene, but lately it hasn't been very good in everything in between.
It has not been, and that's kind of what can help make or break your show. You
Yeah.
know, is a good mid card feud or anything to that nature. But it just seems like, like you said, he doesn't really get it. Just doesn't really understand, I guess.
Right. All right. So we had Paulo defeats Gio Vinci again. I heard this guy. I heard he's getting punished.
Yeah, yeah,
For
which is
trying to hit
why
on
he,
trying to hit on Tiffany Stratton.
yep,
That's
which is
some
why
stuff
he
that.
got put out of Imperium and got put on
Yep.
a different show and getting booked as a joke and like, you can't be coming at the top guy's best friend's girl, man. Like
Well, you can't do that. Period. But
that
Triple H
period,
should.
yeah. But at the same
But Triple
time,
H should be punishing anybody about relationships, anyways. The way he was.
considering why he's in the
That's
position
what
that
I'm
he's in
saying.
now, yeah, I feel you. I feel you, but he's trying to change the culture, so
I
I
know,
don't know. You know,
but
it
but he
is
did
funny
let him
seeing Vinci gets. It is funny seeing him lose, though.
twice to Apollo.
Yes,
First one 6 seconds. This one a minute 37. But
right.
after the match, they did have him beat him up. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's a little bit of what's it called? I'm trying to think of a good word for it. I don't know. Maybe
I
not
mean, it.
not as look as weak. I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I would say that.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Then we had a tornado tag team match for the women's guys. Bailey and Naomi defeated Nia Jackson, Tiffany Stratton, and Naomi got the pin.
I mean, they're saying both of them got the pin
Right.
because it was two pinning combinations at the same. But here's my thing though. It was like the rule was
Whoever
whoever
pinned
was the
Nia Jax.
loser, no, whoever was the loser, whoever got pinned had to leave SmackDown. So since the champion got pinned, how are y'all gonna make this work?
Yeah.
Like how are y'all gonna make this work? Is Tiffany gonna be the good friend and leave and try to cash in over on Raw, or are we getting a champ swap if Rhea goes over at Bad Blood, or what? I don't know. I really don't know. So Friday is gonna be pretty interesting to see what the decision is.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a few different possibilities with this, whatever decision that they make. So we'll see.
Okay. So really not too many matches it wasn't really that much.
No, SmackDown didn't really have a lot of matches because they
Well,
had 17 dark matches.
you
One,
had Kevin Owens and the
three,
Street
four,
Profits against the Bloodline went to no contest. So
as
way to
as
end the
as
show on a no
expected.
contest.
Right, as expected.
I
As
know, but way to end the
expected.
show on a no contest to me.
Right. Very
So
true.
um, I wasn't really impressed with SmackDown Friday.
No, no, it wasn't. It wasn't as exciting of a show as it could have been.
But they're going to 3 hours too now. Once
Yeah,
they go to Netflix.
that should be. Yeah, because USA, the original deal and deal it always was that USA gave WWE 5 hours a week. So that's why when they had both shows, or like NXT is 2 hours, Raw is three, or they were able to when they were able to do multiple shows in a week. Because I know like when Raw first started coming on, I think it was only like 2 hours, and then they had like another show like on Saturday
Yeah,
or something like that. But like I know right now, as it stands, that they're allowed like 5 hours a week.
but I don't think
So
SmackDown needed to go to 3 hours. But it is what it
no,
is.
I mean, what else are you
I don't
gonna
even
put
think
on
Raw
for
needs to go
another?
3 hours either.
It doesn't. But what else are you gonna put on like with your 5 hours a week? If Raw or SmackDown is two, NXT is two, what else are you gonna put on? Speed?
It's not gonna be five anymore once
No.
they go to Netflix.
I mean, it probably still will be five because SmackDown's going to three, and then NXT is still gonna be 2 hours.
Well, they got rid of NXT, but NXT's on CW.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, it's on CW. So you're right. It might
I don't
be.
even have CW.
I don't. I got to figure out what CW is here.
We don't have it on YouTube TV, so we'll figure it out. All right, ends the week on WWE. I'm not gonna really cover NXT because NXT has not really been good lately.
Nope.
and I'm not going to cover speed either.
For what?
I know. So next up, guys, we'll go with, here it goes. Drum roll, please. AEW Dynamite last Wednesday night. Here we go. Coming to you live from
Wilkes-Barre,
Wilkes-Barre,
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
There's a pretty solid minor league program in Wilkes-Barre. I forgot
Yeah,
who. I think maybe the Yankees. I don't know.
they actually had two dark matches before the show. It was Satam Singh defeats Colt Cabana,
Wow. I didn't even
and
know he's still wrestling.
Nyla Rose defeats Gia Scott. I have no idea. So the show opened up. They've been doing pretty good on the back segments before the show opens up lately. I think
They have. They've been pretty solid.
we opened up with Mox again, right?
Yeah. Promo wise, yes. It was I believe it was Mox.
Did was it? Did they cut to Darby or was Darby Collision?
Darby was Collision.
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. So they opened up. That's pretty good. Then they had Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho. Why won't they get off the TV? Nobody wants to see this guy wrestle anymore. I'm not
No.
just saying that. I'm just saying from fans in general.
And then they had the nerve, the unmitigated gall to make the match almost 20 minutes.
Oh, I know. It was 19 minutes and 30 seconds.
Horrible.
But
Horrible.
Luckily, Orange got the win. Thank
Yeah,
goodness.
thankfully, but just it's not gonna get him off the TV any faster.
No, but um, he got the win. Hopefully, this feud's over with. But I don't see it going anywhere in it anytime soon.
Nope.
They don't really have anything. The
For either one of the guys, I mean, well, unless Orange is doing something with the conglomeration, he
he
doesn't
just
really he doesn't
I
really
like
have much to do on his own. I like it too, but if you're gonna have him do something on his own, let it be meaningful. And then with Jericho, just avoid his kind of buy him out and make him sit out.
or just let him do backstage stuff backstage.
Something, yeah.
All right, so Hook comes up next and he defeats JD in 1 minute. A little quick squash match
Yep.
to put him over a little strong. I mean, I enjoyed Hook wrestling. He's getting a lot better.
He really is. Yeah, you,
Yeah.
you can see his improvement.
Then we had Queen Aminata and Yuka defeated Mariah May and Serena Deeb by DQ. You saw Queen Aminata, right? Wrestling live, didn't you? What do you think about her?
She's got some work to do, but she's really coming along nice. You can tell that she's putting in work with her craft and everything. She's really trying to get better. But considering how she's being booked and who she's being booked with, whoever's backstage thinks a lot of her because they're not just gonna put you in there with vets if they don't really have any plans of you or any anticipation, excuse me, of you being anything. But I like her. She's pretty solid. She works very well.
Yeah. So I think the same thing. She's been pretty good, especially her and Red Velvet was teaming up in Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
You watched Ring of Honor Saturday, right?
Forcefully, yes.
What do you mean? You didn't have to stay.
The way they did it, yeah, you did.
Oh, you
Wait,
didn't do
the
it?
the way. I mean, it was cool, but like the way that they did it pretty much forced you to get your money, especially for where we were sitting. It forced you to get your money's worth because they had a Ring of Honor match, and then they did Collision, and then they did Rampage, and then they had three more Ring of Honor matches. So we didn't get out of there until almost midnight.
They do that. Yeah, when I was in Jacksonville, they would do a couple of when they were doing dark. Then
Hmm.
they would do a couple dark before the show. Then they would do a couple dark after the show.
Yeah, yeah. And Tony kept coming out and talking to people, and like, dude, we get it. You're here, and you love Springfield. We don't know why, but you, but you like it here, and you want to come back. All right, cool, thanks. You don't have to keep telling us because every time you come out, you're talking to less and less people.
Yeah.
But it was a cool show. It just felt like I was watching WrestleMania in one spot for 5 hours.
Yeah, I know.
but it was decent. It was decent.
All right, Ricochet defeats the Beast Mortis. Pretty good, solid match, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
I didn't catch this one.
oh
I
yeah,
did
so
not
it was a
catch
good
this
solid
one.
match. Two guys. One's a big luchador almost, and one's is a luchador really,
Yeah, yeah.
or a high
Mortis was at
flyer. But Beast
yeah.
Mortis can do the same thing with
Mortis
his
was
little
at
size.
yeah. He was at Collision too.
Then Ricochet after he goes backstage and now he's a match for the international title at the 5th year anniversary of Dynamite in Pittsburgh coming up soon.
Yep, really looking forward to that one. Excuse me. Like everybody kind of knew once Ricochet showed up what it was gonna be. I didn't think that we were gonna get it this early. Uh, I would rather them build and put the big title on Osprey and then do what we're doing with Ricochet. But I mean, got to strike while the iron is hot. Everybody's buzzing about it.
Yep.
Tony's really you know, he's really good at giving the people what they think they want or what he thinks they want. So this is what I'm really looking forward to. Now that they're older, a little bit more polished in the ring, more experienced, I think it'll be just as good as their viral match some years ago. So should be
Yeah.
fun. Should be
Right.
fun.
I'm ready to see it.
Yeah, I'd rather have it at Grand Slam, but it
They're,
is what it is.
Will's already wrestling Grand Slam for the tag
I
titles.
I know, I know.
Hopefully they win. Well, probably not.
Probably not.
So speaking of that, a main event, the 6-man tag match, the Don Callis family defeated the Elite in
Hmm.
21 minutes and 5 seconds. Then they end up getting tagged at the end, right after the match.
Yeah,
All
coming
right.
to the aid of, which is expected, but
Oh yeah, what's his name? Okada
yeah.
and Jack Perry.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
So Jack Perry helping him out. Yeah, it's suspected. But they got them to win. For that one, I don't know if they're going to get the win at Grand Slam since they got the win now.
Right. I mean, but you
Or
never know.
the week before. But I mean, you never know. But I just don't
We
think
are
it's
we are talking about the Buckaroos here, so
not just that. It's just usually how wrestling is. If somebody gets the win right before the paper that week before the pay per view, they usually don't
yeah,
go
they
over on the
ended
pay
up
per view.
dropping. Yeah, they're not going over. Yep, yep.
So I don't think don't think they're going to get the win. But I would like them to get the win. So
I would too. Seriously, because I don't too much care for Matthew and Nicholas Jackass,
we know.
like in any in any capacity.
Yeah. So that wrapped up Dynamite. Pretty solid. We'll move into our next event. We got AEW Saturday Night Collision from Springfield, Massachusetts. We had one of our experts, Mr. Will,
I don't know about
Wild
ex.
Bill,
I don't know about expert, but we were we were
attended the
de-
show from Springfield, Massachusetts.
we were definitely close enough to get hit by something if anybody were to had thrown anything in our direction. But I mean, it was a pretty, like, at the beginning, like any collision taping or collision and rampage extravaganza, I guess, because like I said, we was there for damn near 5 hours. But it was a decent show. Opened up with the bunkhouse brawl. That was super cool. Ladders and tables and chairs and shit everywhere. And I didn't get a video of Sammy going through one of the tables. I was just too busy watching. Um, I knew we were gonna get blood early, and we got blood like 2 minutes in. Mike Bennett was opened up 2 minutes in, and of course Dustin is gonna bleed every time he gets a chance to be on TV. But I
Well,
mean,
he had his
the
what's it called? Dustin had wrestling cowboy boots. But Sammy had real cowboy boots.
yeah, Sammy had actual cowboy boots on. That was doing swantons off of ladders and all types of high spots in cowboy boots. But that one was it was that was a really good way
Yeah.
to kind of open the crowd up, to kind of get the crowd like kind of fired up and going. The first two matches actually too, because the 6-man was pretty good. Hologram and O'Reilly and Briscoe against Premier Athletes. I didn't even know who the hell Josh Woods was or is. But
No,
of course,
I know
no, I
him
didn't.
from Ring of Honor.
Okay, he's I thought he might have been like a former TNA guy or something like that.
No,
But
Josh Woods is he's a prior pure champion.
oh, and you already know how I feel about the whole. But we'll get to that later because
No,
I
he was
was
a pure
ready to go.
champion before Tony took it.
I was ready. Yeah, I was ready to go at that point. They had a pure championship match, and it was like the second to last match of the night. I was ready to go because you never know how long the things are gonna take. But yeah, yo, Hologram is actually really fun to watch
Yeah,
live. He's really fun to watch live. Could
I really
stand to
wanted
be in some.
Ricochet to go at it.
Yeah, me too. That's gonna be a good one. Could stand to be in some better shape, but he's really fun to watch. And of course, you know, my guy Briscoe was just being him. I really wish his promo was longer because that's probably like my favorite part of his whole persona and everything. But they got the win. It was like I said, it was a really fun match. Premier athletes were really into it with the crowd, because we were like right there, and people was just really just giving them the business verbally. Man, it was a pretty fun match. That one was a really good one.
Tony Nese can't get over in WWE. He can't get
He
over in
can't
AEW.
get over in AEW. Smart Mark Sterling. Um, that dude is different, man.
He knows
He's
how to
he
work the crowd.
he does. He really does. He did a really good job. He did a really good job.
Then you had the Eliminator match, which Mariah May defeated Lady Frost in 3 minutes 30 seconds.
Had I known that this was an eliminator match, I'd have probably went to the bathroom or something. Like, I kid you not, man. I don't understand the point of the eliminator match, but
Yeah, me
yeah,
either.
that one really wasn't exciting. Yeah, that one really wasn't too exciting to me. So not really much to say about that one. I'm not a really big Mariah May fan. I'm not understanding why she's a champion right now. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna last long. Pretty sure it's not gonna last long. But either way, yeah, quick match. You know how I feel about the eliminator match.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
pointless. This is the stupidest shit ever to me.
Then you had Darby and um, Evil Uno.
Yeah. For all the promo that they did backstage prior to this match, for them to only be, and I get that the show's only like an hour and a half, like legitimately, or 2 hours or whatever. But you got to get him more time, man. Like Darby back there talking about some, he want to see who the old Evil Uno is, or whatever the hell he said. And then you only out there, well, and also I just
5 minutes.
5 minutes. I don't really care for Darby anyway. Like everybody was standing during his entrance to get like videos and pictures. I did not leave my seat. I did not leave my seat. You can see that pink fur coat from anywhere. So, but
They
yeah,
love Darby. The crowd loves
people
Darby.
do. People do. Darby is who Spike Dudley wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's a glorified like crash dummy to me, and people
Yeah,
just love that he puts his body on the line and throws caution to the wind, and that dude's not gonna be able to walk by the time he's 45 years old.
you're right.
But he did get a win in 5 minutes and 15 seconds. So I guess congratulations.
Yeah. All right. Then we also had Serena Deeb and Queen Aminata again. She's getting more TV time again.
She is, yes. Like I said,
She,
that says a lot.
but
Says a lot.
Serena went over 10 minutes and 25 seconds. Solid match.
Yeah, I thought the queen was gonna win this one though. It was back and forth for a while. She looked like she had the upper hand, but the experience is always gonna win in matches like this. So Deeb is continuing her small little push.
Yeah. All right. In our main event of Collision, you had the Grizzly Young Veterans, Roger Strong, Roosh, the Beast Mortis, and FTR runners, without runners and FTR, which The Outrunners are now all elite.
Yes, and Hook was in this match too.
Oh, Hook, yeah, Hook
Yeah,
was in it too.
Hook was in this match. Yo, the crowd, man, they love the Outrunners. They really do. There was a lady that said Outrunners fans since 1984. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, I
But
know.
but they love the Outrunners, man. Like the Outrunners kind of remind me of the Hype Bros, but just with like Back to the Future, you know, dynamic dudes type of get up. Remember dynamic dudes, Shane Douglas and
Yeah.
Johnny Ace? Yeah, kind of giving me them type of vibes. But no, but this match was fun. Um, I'm a big fan of Roosh. Not that I feel like he performed well. My first time seeing FCR in person. Roger Strong with his like plethora of backbreakers and such. But this one was good. The crowd was into it the whole time. Like the heels worked the crowd. The faces kind of did exactly what faces do in matches like this. They didn't go over, but it was still fun, man. And Hook is like we said, Hook is solid. He's gonna be really good in the future. If he keeps putting in the work, he can Hook about like 190 ish because he's a little
Right.
dude. He is a little dude. But it was super fun. I really enjoyed the main event. It was real cool.
Hell yeah. So yeah, very good, solid show. We won't go over the dark matches or the Rampage or the Ring of Honor that you witnessed. I'm glad that Outrunners are now all elite.
Yes.
They deserve it. They were OVW guys before.
Yeah. Yeah. So for them to to come from there and be signed to a major promotion, since AEW is now a major promotion, it just says a lot about the work that they put in. And they got a good gimmick, man. Like people like the like nostalgia type of gimmicks, and
Right.
you know they seem like pretty good workers. They seem like pretty good backstage guys. So hopefully TK does right by them and keeps them relevant, because they're gonna sell some merch, but hopefully TK keeps them relevant.
All right. We'll kick on to our last one for today. Yeah, TNA Impact Thursday was coming from San Antonio, Texas, at the Bowen Center.
They've been making their rounds
Yep.
in Texas recently.
So First Class started off, kicked off the show. They defeated Sinner and Saint, Judas, and
First
Travis
class.
Williams.
The fact
So
that they're still keeping them going, I feel
well, they
like I
got him
feel like
going right now because what's his name's in rehab still.
yeah, but they grasping for straws, man.
I know
With this
they're grasping
whole
for straws, but they got the win right now over them to open up the show. Not really
yeah.
wasn't a fan of the match. Wasn't very good.
Of course not. Who wants
AJ
to watch?
Francis, he's not good.
Right? Who wants to watch AJ Francis wrestle? He's not. He'd be much better off as just a mouthpiece.
But
Seriously.
they had some quick matches that night. Not too much wrestling. It was very quick matches. Because Rhino defeated Matt Cardona via DQ in 2 minutes and 56 seconds. I don't know what they're gonna do with Matt Cardona's PCO angle with Steph Delander and all that. I'm not really sure what's going on with that.
No real direction for it right now.
I mean, they're supposed to be married,
Right.
but Matt Cardona has a contract that Steph Delander signed, so we'll see where that goes. I think it's eventually going to be Steph Delander turning her back on PCO.
Well, can PCO turn his back on the wrestling business and hang it up and go and take Chris Jericho with him? Because like, what is left for you to do?
Yeah, and they have a belt on him right now.
What's left? There's nothing left for you to do
No,
but go sit down somewhere.
then we had the TNA Knockout World Title match was Spitfire defeated Carly Bright and Kendall Gray. Little click, another little under 5 minute match.
Yep, they're moving them along pretty quick. Are they? What's the next big event for TNA coming up? Is it like a really really big one? It's not Slammiversary, is it?
Yes, yes,
Or
Slammiversary coming up next.
okay, yeah. So that might be why the matches are quick and they're doing more
Or
promos
is it
because
Bound for Glory?
it's one of the two. I thought it was Bound for Glory.
It probably is Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So usually when you got a
It's in
bigger
Detroit too.
okay. So yeah, but usually when you got a bigger event, excuse me, you tend to do more promo on for your TV than you do have matches and things of that nature. So.
Yeah, I know that, but that's not till October 26th.
Oh,
When it's
mm-hmm.
Bound for Glory.
It's Bound for Glory. Okay,
Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry were going at 1-on-1.
is that their WrestleMania?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that they're going to get about 3 or 4,000 again for this one.
I mean, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. They the last few like big, I don't want to call them pay per views, but pay per views for the sake of conversation that they've sold out. Like I mean, and they've been selling out every like big show that they've had since they were since the one they did in at Cicero Stadium. I don't remember
Yep.
was that I don't remember which one that was. That was like back in June, I believe, or maybe before that.
But they had the
But they've been
4,000. They had the 4,000
hmm
when they went to Quebec,
yeah, they did.
and the San Antonio one. Just now, they were saying they had Victory Road was the
hmm
biggest monthly special they had since they've been back too.
Right. So this one should sell out with no problems whatsoever.
Yep. Right. Yeah. Santana defeated JDC of the system. So Mike Santana's still going to that feud with him and Moose.
hmm
Ready to see where that's going to go. Maybe they'll have a Bound for Glory match. Since Moose is not in the world title picture anymore right now.
Right.
Hopefully Joe Hendry gets the title.
Yeah, it would be good for him, especially after losing to Ethan Page and all the stuff he's
Well, he's
you
under
know.
contract to 2025.
Right, but it would still do a lot for his character to
No, I'm
show up
saying
at.
the end of 2020. He still has a year left, so they have time.
Yeah, but I mean, like right now, I think it would benefit him more now. He could show up at NXT with the
So
TNA
the
World
rumor is
Title.
that him wrestling, winning the world title at Bound for Glory, then him the next night going to the NXT pay per view and win it, and becoming double champ. That's the rumor.
Listen, I know you know how much money that would draw for both brands. That would be perfect. That would be perfect.
I know, uh, but that's the rumor right now that's saying that he's gonna be, because I think their pay per view is right the next night.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
I'm trying to see real quick, see it, make sure, because that's kind of stuff I was like hearing that
hmm
he was gonna win and then go to the next night with the belt, to NXT to their PLE and beat Ethan Page.
I'm not opposed to that idea at all.
But I don't know how true it is,
We shall see.
because it's Ethan Page and Trick Williams, right?
Yes, yes. So how he would have to be incorporated in that somehow. Trick would have to get hurt or something would
Yeah,
have to
Halloween
happen.
Havoc is the next night
Okay.
in Hershey.
Oh.
Yep. So it's the next night in Hershey. So we'll see where they go with that. And the main event was this mixed six tag team match. It was Masha and the Hardys, because Alicia Edwards turned her back on Masha Slamovich,
Mm-hmm.
and so with Tasha Steele, so Tasha Steele's in the system, lost to the Hardys and Masha with Jeff Hardy's Bray Wyatt tribute.
Yeah, that was pretty
Face paint.
cool. I did see the face paint. That was pretty dope. Got to do something right, Jeff.
So I mean, it was nothing to write home about. Solid. I mean, not really solid, but because the main event was solid, but besides that, and Santana and JDC, but besides that, not too much.
Yeah, didn't seem like it. I got to get back in the TNA. I've been kind of slipping.
Yeah, so that was our weekend wrestling, guys. This week, you can do us a favor. Can you follow us on Facebook, X, TikTok, and Instagram at the Filler Segment? The next week, guys, we'll have Weekend Wrestling episode 2 with who deserved to be a World Heavyweight Champion but never was. Until next week, peace.